we had left off at this clearing here after escaping the troll and its rage. You fled, leaving the camp and the hunting cabin further behind. You continue along your journey for a little while until setting up, stopping by the side of the road here, essentially treating Kaspar, getting your stuff situated, making an inventory of the things that you have and what you might have lost. Julian lost most of the things that he had on him because he had it in his little caravan. So the few things that he did have, he does still have his loot, and his dagger.
Not even enough stuff for a fiddlestick.
Yeah. And he had the stuff that he had on his belt, which is a writing kit and then some thieves' tools. So.
Alrighty.
All right.
So, Hilton, what have we learned?
I've learned that Kaspar was wrong about trolls, and I don't think my magic is that powerful. I didn't even think to use it once. Just eating a snack by the road. And the biggest takeaway is that I've got to go back and get my tent, so it's a chance to do it right this time.
We're going to Kaer Seren, we're not doubling back.
Maybe they've got a tent I can buy.
There is a town right before Kaer Seren. You can probably replace your tent there.
That's a good call. I'll do it then.
The lesson that you should take away from this is that magical creatures, monsters, are dangerous and should not be fucked with. Do not attract them to us like that ever again.
I know that, but I didn't think trolls were among that group.
Trolls are monsters.
But they're not magical.
They're monsters, though. Do not attract monsters. Do not attract monsters to us. Unless you're actively suicidal.
It's just strange that it went against everything we know about trolls.
It didn't.
That's true. It did like the candy and like the wine. I knew that about trolls.
I can't tell if you're stupid or obtuse.
I was a scout in the wilderness, excuse me. I know a thing or two about
Kilton isn't obtuse. There haven't been any recorded instances of trolls with starry constellations on their bodies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't want to... Personally, I don't really want to hear from the Druid on what you have to say about magical creatures. If it were up to you, you'd probably have us buttered up and served up to the thing.
What?
As a way to appease nature.
That's doubtful. The wine worked, right?
I don't go about slitting the throats of deer so that way a wolf can have something to eat. I'm just aware of how the food chain works.
Oh, and so are the rest
of
you.
And we happen to be at the top of it.
Except for trolls, apparently.
For the record, you and I both know that trolls prefer onions and creatures that don't scurry off as quickly as humans.
Is that true?
No.
Okay, never mind. Every new thing I learn is wrong.
And creatures like trolls and monsters are susceptible to the derangement that comes from having very strong magical phenomena foisted upon them. Because it lacks the same kind of mental acuities that humans have. They don't handle the change well.
Monsters are also at least aligned with chaos. So it overcharges them.
They can't handle their systems can't handle the influx of chaos. They understand it, but not intellectually.
Monsters, and especially trolls, are not inherently aggressive. You can treat them all as such, and you can get through life that way if you have no scruples.
Well, I guess I have no
I won't debate
scruples.
that. Oh, you guess. Let's keep moving.
You're an exhausting bunch.
You're no picnic either.
But we're all better than trolls.
Right, as you continue on through the forest, go ahead and whoever's taking the lead here, go ahead and give us a wilderness survival check.
I think I'm probably... Though my wilderness survival is not great. Let's hope.
And at this point, it's probably 8
Oh.
in the morning or so. It's, you've nice,
Got-
very nice.
Got the busted arms.
Said arm is recovered.
I need a full day for it to be recovered.
All right, Kaspar, your senses are now fully knocked into you from the fight, and you're fully aware of everything that's going around, going on around you. And so you're continuing towards Kaer Seren or trying to return to the camp, just to clarify.
We are going towards
There
Kaer
was some
Seren.
deliberations. Okay. So as you continue on your way, you travel through the woods of Kovir, the wildlands. The trail here is worn, but not super worn, as you kind of meet back up with the route that you had been on previously, continuing towards Kaer Seren. With a 27, at one point you cross by a small area that you have you notice is sort of a little divot in the land. You see there's a pond. You also notice that there is a lot of floral and fauna growing around it. You see that there appears to have been, a little campsite set up there at one point, and you're able to find some ingredients of whatever kind you would like that are found in forests. If you want to.
Ingredients. I love ingredients.
Ooh, me too.
You find 3 ingredients, so whatever 3 you're looking for that are of the wilderness, forests, mountains.
Alchemy system. Forests.
Alchemy.
And mountains.
Forests and mountains. Helpful.
see.
Helpful. Gear and inventory.
Swallow.
Any soul.
Rebus.
Any soul. We're not in the Blue Mountains, unfortunately. That soul is so hard to find.
Yeah, some of them are pretty rare. They're the kinds of things that you can probably buy in like larger cities that people have collected. So some of those ones, like in Lanexeter and probably Pont Venice, like large cities like that, there's probably alchemy shops that will sell those. They just may be kind of expensive.
You said this is forest and mountain?
Yes.
Can I find some calcium equum?
Sure, it'll be 3 for the whole
mountains
party.
and
So if there's ones that you can agree on that you want.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I need vitriol, aether, and Calum.
Calum is that one. I need.
I've got dog tallow if anybody wants it.
I do.
Oh, never mind, I was wrong.
I need Quebrith
Okay.
I think I already
and
gave the dog tallow away.
Vermilion.
I also need Quebrith and Vermilion. I will also take some. So
I need Quebrith and what is this one? Rebus. I need a lot of Rebus.
Oh, I also need Rebus.
The
Rebus.
thing I need the most is Quebrith, because I have a bunch of recipes that use it. All of my recipes require Quebrith.
Which one's
So,
Quebrith?
if we need,
Oh, I can use Quebrith for
The yellow
Ogroid
one.
oil, so we can do Rebus and Quebrith.
Rebus and Quebrith.
Yeah.
Are there any Quebrif?
Ducal water?
What would that be? I was thinking, yeah.
Optimum meter?
Optima matter.
It's a little bit... Oh, wait, no. Since we just find this, we don't have to forage, right?
What is optimum
You don't have to forage. It'll just be a roll to see how much of it there is.
Yeah, I need Rebus as well.
How many things do I need that require Rebus? Just black venom. Not a ton of
There's
it.
some potions I can make with Rebus.
What can we find? Is there anything with Rebus that we can find out here?
Let me see. What
Celandine.
Let me double check
lunar
to see if that's just an easy one to find stuff.
Lunar shards are the only thing that we could find up here, and that is rare. Oh, but
we can find Celandine.
Oh, we can find Celandine, yeah.
Celandine, yes.
That's common.
Fields and forest.
So I can just forage for that on the way up. But for swallow would be really nice for me. And I need vitriol, aether, and Calum, which...
Calum is Byronia. I have not a decent amount, but I have some. It's easy to find. Okay, so we're gonna get Quebrith.
You've decided on the 3 that you're going to get. Quebrith.
Yeah, for Quebrith, that'll be Ducal Water, and then we need
or Byronia.
Did we decide on Calum?
We decided on
we need Calum. So Calum. So yeah, Quebrith will be the Ducal Water. Calum will be the Byronia, and then
Rebus. And you want to do Rebus for Celandine?
Rebus is good. Celandine. So Celandine, Ducal Water, and Byronia.
I found a rock.
Okay.
What is Ducal Water?
Each of you wants to do a roll for the amounts that you find there. I think it depends on what kind there are.
How about we each roll for one? The crafting people
10,
roll for one.
Yeah, I'll do.
Sure.
I'll do the Ducal Water. I'll do Quebrith.
Water is water from a duchy, like Toussaint.
I'll do it for the Celandine.
Or do we want to do Optimum Mater instead? Or that's 1d6 divided by 2, so that's really rare.
No.
Ducal Water.
If you tell me what to look for, I'll look for it.
Wrong place. Slash roll.
1. God damn it.
So that's for Ducal Water. Rebus will be Celandine, and it was that you did Quebrith.
I did Quebrith, so someone's gonna do Rebus. Pick some flowers.
No. I am looking like such a fool in the chat. Is it /R?
It's /roll 1.
You should have some buttons down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just hit 1d10 and then
all they do is they put the word 1d10 in the text.
Then you have to hit roll.
Okay.
So 5 for... What were you rolling for?
There we go. In any event...
Opheia?
Opheia was doing Calum.
Was doing Calum? Alright, then I'll do Celandine, which is 1d10.
I was doing the Calum? Never mind, then I was waiting for the Byronia. That's 5 units of
5 units of Byronia.
Yeah.
I got 1 unit of Ducal Water. I'm trying to find the compendium that it's in. I don't know.
All right, and 7 Celandines.
Very nice. You find this little camp by this kind of pond that has a variety of things around it. In this old camp, you found a leather-bound book, and upon closer inspection, it appears to be a book of plants and kind of a naturalist's guide. This is a skill book that will give you a +3 to wilderness survival.
Ooh.
It'll give you 3 improvement points to wilderness survival. So if you have 0, it'll bring you up to 2, basically.
Hey, do you guys want to roll?
Yeah.
Do rollies? All of us
Well,
do rollies.
who can it help? Because if you don't have enough, you can't put any points. You can't put.
I have 0 in wilderness survival.
I also have 0 in wilderness survival.
I have
In
2.
and out, though. Okay, so you have 2, so you could get
It's
up
because my
to
internet is not
3.
very good.
And
So you could get up to
Hilton,
3.
what do you have in wilderness survival?
I have just my flat bonus, which is pretty good. I have a +10, but that's it.
But you have 0 in wilderness survival specifically.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, you're able to find those ingredients as well as the kind of naturalist's guide. It's not the most detailed of guides, but you get the impression might give you an edge up on learning this landscape and looking out for things. So
who wants it? Who should get it? Who should get the points?
I mean, it's my special interest, but
It's also
It would
my
help
special
me quite a
interest.
bit. And also, yeah, we're all fucking nerds.
But it would bump Opheia to 3 in the skill, but it would just bump us to 2.
That's true.
We can't all be good at the same things.
But you and I do like a shit ton of foraging.
That's not wilderness survival, though. Is it?
I think it is
What
when
did you
you're
guys
looking
do?
for
It is
stuff.
wilderness
Yeah.
survival.
Oh, yeah.
Fine shit.
So maybe.
Well, they just found some ingredients already there that were like, they
From
didn't
a
have to
mage
forage
with
for
patrol
those.
8.
if you want to flip a coin over it, y'all can have it.
You also don't have to
Just
decide
rollies.
right now. You can hang on to it and
You
Wait
guys
till
each wanna
someone
roll-
does a spell to cast.
roll
Let's
a
all
d10. Roll a
Let's roll a
d10.
d10. Let's see who rolls the highest.
Wow.
Sure.
Kelton, you want to roll these for it too?
Already did.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's probably going to get it. Yep.
All right. So that goes to me. Randomness.
Randomness.
So I
Learn
got
you
52
get you
Alright.
get your forestry and foraging merit badge.
I have like a instead of like the spikes on my armor, it's just like little Boy Scout badges.
badges. Read
It's
the
like
handbook.
ogres and you badge.
Fire starting badge. Horsemanship
I'm going to
badge.
try and get everyone into sort of a
Friendship
block
badge.
here so that
It's the one badge he'll never earn because he doesn't want it. I'm gonna meet myself and crunch some
There you go.
salad.
All right. You continue on through the forests of Kovir, and
Our horses.
the rest of the journey is fairly uneventful until you find yourself at a river crossing. You see that this appears to be a old toll house of some kind, rather worn down. Obviously, this area has been through a number of different kind of gold rushes and silver rushes and things, and so at various points some of these routes were very regularly traveled, and when the gold rushes have ended, then the routes are no longer worth setting up tolls on. So this appears to be one of those old toll houses. You see a bridge in front of you, and not a very deep river or anything. It's like, it's just a pain to ford across it with like wagons and stuff, so they put in a bridge here to make it easier to get like wagons and horses and things across.
All right.
Hello? Anybody there?
Hi, is anyone around? We peek in some windows.
It appears to be the door. There's an old iron padlock on the door. It's fairly run down. It appears to be abandoned. You see around the exterior signs that people have like used this spot to camp, and have left like firewood and other things. It appears to be like a popular camping spot for when people are traveling through. Go ahead and give me an awareness check for whoever would like to take a look around.
Please.
I would love to.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Shall.
Oh, it's not. Take off that
Incredibly
-2.
decent.
Take off that -2. It's not dark anymore.
It's not dark anymore, yeah. So 17.
So
Nice.
17.
So Kaspar and Mareigh with a 17 and 18. Looking around, you can see that this hasn't really been used regularly in probably at least a few years, maybe 3 to 5 years. It seems like the wood is rather worn and uncared for. Some of the shingles are coming off the roof. But it's clearly a spot where people have, camped and set up and utilized the space fairly regularly. Let's see, Opheia and Kilton taking a look around. You see that there does appear to be prints in the mud near the bridge itself and around this area. They do appear to be troll prints, and you get the impression that this might have been an area that the troll had frequented before it had been driven mad. Maybe it had set up as a troll toll.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god.
Bring my tent back.
Maybe he
You
left his
also
toll
see
money
that-
around.
Yeah, you look inside there's a crack in the door that you can see through. Kilton with a 21, you see what you recognize to be a case of Cadwenian beer within the shack itself.
I told you the troll
you
was
also
a normal guy at some point. He's got a house, he's got a job, he's got beer, and he just went off the shits with the comet.
And Kilton, you also spot a throwing axe on the table of the toll house and some sharpening grit near the throwing axe.
All right. Hey,
But
Dandelion, I found your weapon.
Oh,
you think you can
really?
wield it? Yeah, throw an axe. It's sharp.
I don't trust Julian as far as I can throw him with any sort of weapon.
Well, maybe you can throw him farther than a throwing axe.
Kaspar
maybe we
looks
should
him
get
up
the
and down.
throwing axe to Opheia. So it seems as though she's able to throw things really well.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but
that was wild.
I can't help but notice that it still appears to be inside the building.
Oh, well, we'll just open it up then. Can I try to bust this lock off?
Sure. Go ahead and give us a physique check.
Physique check, which I have a bonus to for my good meal. Bam. I'm gonna put
Nice. Yeah, you
into this. Oh wait.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
rolled it.
your awareness check. Sorry, I didn't.
One.
There you go.
Boom. 14.
14. Okay. I was gonna say I thought it was the 22, and I was like,
Just
damn, yeah, you
snuck it
really.
in, like, yeah, I'm gonna ride this shit
Yeah.
until someone else rolls.
A 14 is still perfectly fine. It takes you a couple of heavy hits, but you're able to crack open the lock, and the door swings open into the small toll house.
I've seen middle schoolers do this with sneakers, so I have to imagine it's pretty easy. But
Yeah, it's more of a formality than anything. It's a master lock, so it's pretty easy to get some.
you can break it with a slot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kilton, the lockpicking merchant.
The trick is most people cheap out on their locks, so you could just break them easy. Let
Kilton, go ahead and give me a
what is
1d6.
Let it be known lockpicking is my absolute worst skill, which is why I'm beating the shit out of a lock instead of picking it.
What is my lock picking? I forgot that was even a thing.
Yep. 4.
Okay, so you find actually 4 sharpening
6.
grit in here.
Right? Whoops.
What does sharpening grit do again?
Sharpens your blade. Or an
I
axe.
assume-
Yeah, you can use it to add it's a crafting ingredient.
I will
Oh, cool.
pass.
All right, what else did I say was in? Oh, the Cadwenian beer. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'll give a sharpening
yes.
grit to each of us and then look at the beer.
Yeah.
It seems to be a case of 12 Cadwenian stouts.
I have no use for
Appears to be.
for the sharpening grip.
Then I'll take 2.
You can take it because it's a
Whoops.
component for making Witcher stuff for you.
I didn't realize you had already added it, and I added one more. All right, 4.
It would just make my dagger a little sharper, and I don't. If I'm attacking with my dagger, something has gone horribly wrong.
You've got to get a poniard. It's
I do want a poniard.
It's like a dagger, but expensive.
I couldn't afford.
I've got one of those. Julian kind of wields it around and like fumbles it and drops it. He's like, oh, well, I don't really use it that much, but it's good for cutting up pears.
I've got a +12 to
stabbing weapon. It should be good for stabbing pears. Does it have a?
Pears are very
maybe that's why I haven't been very effective with it.
The thing with pears is...
Julian, may I recommend getting a dagger? It's like a poniard, but good.
Well, I've had so many over the years, and they tend to just get taken away from me as soon as I take it out, so,
Well, why would you like to buy
That sounds like the smart thing for whoever was taking it.
Actually, if you're in the market for a longsword, it's like a dagger but long.
Dear God, don't give him a longsword.
I'm not going to give him a longsword. Don't say give. Don't say that.
Don't sell him a longsword.
Don't say give in my presence. I'm selling him on a longsword.
Transactional verbs only.
Look, buyer beware, as they say.
Do not sell him
there's an elven name for it, but I cannot remember it.
Please do not sell him a longsword.
Hey, can I play into troll stereotypes for a second and take a peek underneath the bridge?
You got a white.
Absolutely.
Baby troll.
No.
Opheia, you approach the bridge. There's probably 5 to 6 feet underneath the bridge down to the level of the water. Here, the river itself is almost more like a canal. It's fairly deep and narrow. And as you kind of peek over the edge of the bridge, it's kind of shadowed still in the early morning light that you're reaching this location. And as you're kind of peering into the gloom, suddenly you see something dart out the other side. It appears as though some sort of muskrat had been dozing under there for the night, and it scuttles off down the river.
Muskrat!
Can I try to shoot it?
What does your training say about muskrats?
Sure.
Kaspar!
I want to shoot it for fur.
Yeah, go ahead.
Muskrat tallow.
Oh, it's a muskrat.
Hand crossbow. Would this even be random monster? Random
monster?
Human?
That's a fucking.
It's a non-human creature, so.
I think you could just say none.
Yeah.
Right? Or random.
There's no. I can do. It's only.
It's just it's a scatter regardless, so it'd be monster just because there's not. Monster has the difference between
muskrats.
Yeah, I mean we all know muskrats are basically monsters, so.
Yeah.
All right. Kaspar, go ahead and give us a crossbow bolt as you see this thing scuttle out as well. 17. Yeah, nice.
Just
roll for damage on that.
Dodge and oh no.
No, I don't have a stat block ready for the muskrat, so yeah, you easily you pin this little muskrat to the bank as it.
Oh.
Make you a cap.
Kaspar goes and collects it and sticks kind of goes over to this bench over here and starts making work of it, quickly skinning and preparing it.
You got it.
You never can be too careful.
You get some beast bones.
Many beasts lurk.
I'll say you get 2 beast bones.
I have 7 beast bones total now.
All them bones.
I'll say you're able to get a piece of leather as well.
Yay.
Although it's probably not
good leather.
Isn't that really furs in this as far as crafting ingredients? So I'll say you're able to get some leather from it.
There really should be furs. It's fucking winter all the time.
There's already so much though.
Why is there not furs?
We can have furs and just have them be decorative. You can just add fur to whatever you want.
Fur is especially fucking muskrat fur. Can I get meat too?
Thank you for neutralizing the fret, Kaspar.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Probably let's see. I'll do a 1d4 of meat.
1d4,
not 2d4. Yes.
You are getting your arrows worth. I respect that.
They say time is muskrat.
It's a good shot too.
I used to spend a lot.
Had to beat a 15 to hit it, so.
I used to spend a lot of time in the woods. 1d4?
Yeah, for basically just like small morsel meat.
Ooh.
There's 2 bits of meat that you're able to salvage.
Okay, so I'll just add that to my raw meat.
Yeah, I don't know if under the consumables, I think I have like, I think there's just let's see. Food, meat and poultry. Yeah, it's just raw. I don't have like, for some reason I have specifically pork and wyvern meat and then just raw meat.
The 3 kinds of meat.
The 3 kinds of meat.
Yeah.
Wyvern is the kosher option.
Oh, God.
No.
All right.
That.
So, yeah, and Kilton, you're a little bit of an awkward, like, carrying this case of stout. It's, like a 12-pack, basically, of in this wooden crate.
Bags.
There you go.
The saddlebag.
You take it apart. You just put like a few beers in each saddlebag.
Yeah.
You might be able to use that to
continue
ride
on
your way into Kaer Seren.
It does not appear that there is anyone else manning the toll bridge here, and you continue on your way on the road to Kaer Seren.
Can I say that we like bathed at that pond where we found all those ingredients too?
Sure, yeah. Probably takes an hour or
Quick
so
wash
to,
up, no longer covered in blood.
Totally. Freshen up a little bit for the journey ahead.
We taking baths in the river?
No, I said at the pond that we found all of those like crafting components. Just like a quick like face, arms not covered in blood anymore.
Yep.
All right. So you continue on your way and you pass through the small fishing village of Lakpanuk, which is the last kind of civilization until you get closer to Kaer Seren. There's small fishing villages and other communities out in the wilds, but this is like the last kind of town that you'll visit. Anything that you want to, and this will go ahead and remove 3 more rations as you make your way through. It takes a few more days to reach there.
I'm gonna buy a tent.
Sure.
I'm going to replace my tent.
And rations. Oh, okay.
I'm going to spend 36 crowns to replace my tent.
Buy new tents. You got it.
So I don't have to delete the old one.
Since we had a scrape with death, I'm going to look up the prices of a tourniquet and bandages.
I can make numbing herbs and sterilizing fluid. I have the formula to do it. And I try to keep the ingredients in stock. But I also can heal with magic.
Also gonna buy 5
8
simple
crowns
meals.
left.
You have 8 crowns left?
Yeah.
It doesn't pay to be a witcher.
It does not pay to be a witcher, especially a cat witcher.
Oh.
I spend 6 times that much on basic food.
I literally can't even buy a simple meal. But I have so much meat, so like it doesn't matter.
I'll buy 5 more trail rations as well to bring myself up to 5 total.
How many more days do we think it's going to be to Kaer Seren?
It's about a day with good travel. It might be 2, depending on if you hit any inclement weather.
I shouldn't need to restock
There we
on
go,
food
general
then.
gear.
Caspar, do you need more rations, or are you good on the meat that you've been hunting?
I can hunt for my meals.
Well, good. I've got enough food for the 2 of us, but I'll just eat 2 per day. As long as Julian doesn't get too involved.
Oh yeah, Julian lost all of his shit, huh?
Does he need rations?
Does he need money?
I'm not giving him money.
I have my money. At least I have my money.
Oh, great.
I will buy some rations and things like that, and maybe a new bedroll, and I'll have to price out a new caravan at some point. But for now, I should be all right, I think.
Might be good for you to rough it for a little while.
Oh, no. Come on. There's money to be made. Yes. Kaspar's exactly right. You don't learn unless you have the challenges of the wild. Just rations and simple meals and sweets and wine every day is not getting us anywhere.
Are you trying to con this man out of money?
No, a real man would hunt for his meals like Kaspar. I know I don't.
Julian goes and buys 5 sweets.
Ah, damn it. I was trying to trick him into going, like, trying to hunt and then failing to hunt and having to buy rations off me.
It's like a box of bonbons.
Oh my god.
He buys, like a bunch of, like...
next to him, like...
And, let's see, simple meals are 10, they weigh 1. So let's see, I think he'll buy some simple meals. He's not really into eating, the trail rations, so he'll buy...
Can I try to offload some short or some long swords here?
It's gonna be rougher. It's a pretty small town, and like people aren't really buying. Like might be able to. Go ahead and give us a business check.
Axe?
Yeah, I mean, like there's probably some people. Yeah, like an axe would probably be more useful. This is more like a hunting village, like fishing village. People here need like tools and stuff more than they need like swords.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my last luck into it. 23.
Nice. 23. I'll say you're able to. How many you have? Like, I'll say you're able to sell 2 swords at like 10% above whatever the retail is.
All right. What about the axe?
Yeah, if nobody else wants that, then
does Opheia not want the axe?
Oh, Opheia, did you want the axe?
I do not want. I'm really attached to the sickle. It's got a It's got a handle that's weighted for me.
And 75 gold is a lot to pay. As it were.
That too. People might get the wrong idea if I carry the axe around.
All right, that's 352 gold total. And
they might think I hate trees, which I don't know what I can do with myself.
You have an anti-Lorax vibe if you have an axe. That gets me to 1, 2, 3, 4 crowns.
Nice. Yeah, the guy you sell the axe to, he's like, man, my grandpa used to have an axe just like this. He used to be the toll master out past yonder there, and I'm so glad to find one like it. I haven't seen one like this in near 10 years.
Well, if that's the case, I hate to break it to you, but we took this off a dead troll. I think this might be your grandfather's axe.
Oh no, my grandfather's still alive. He lives in the village now.
Oh, okay, right. I think his grandpa sold the axe to someone.
Well, he's also just pretty forgetful. He just leaves things places. He might have just left it somewhere out there. But he used to have one just like this, and I loved it, so...
Traded it to the troll.
All right, how are we dealing with 0.5 crowns? What is 0.5 crown in?
It just round up, that's
round up, okay. Thank you. I sell to the old man or young man or whatever the fuck it was, and I'll...
The old young man.
That's it. I sell his grandpa's axe.
I would like to be able to make some... do I need to have the formula for clotting power and sterilizing fluid in order to make it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You need to
the first time, yeah.
Then since I don't have
it, has it, don't they?
I have the formula for sterilizing fluid.
Can I help Opheia with this, with my well-connected? As we first entered this settlement, can I spend an hour spreading word of my arrival to try to get like a better reputation and meet a doctor in town or someone?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna back you up with this, buddy.
Thank you.
No! How do I minus 13?
No.
Did I double fumble?
You shit.
I double fumble because it's a minus 13. My reputation raises by an amount equal to the amount I rolled over the DC divided by 2, minimum 1. So I probably didn't roll over the DC unless the DC was 0.
No. No, ain't nobody has ever heard of you in this town.
It is minimum 1.
Yeah.
It does say minimum 1.
Everyone's
it is
preoccupied.
Yeah.
It is minimum 1, so I go up to.
You're trading, like bringing in swords and the axe and stuff. Like people are like, oh, like a trader. Like and word spreads a little bit in the community. They're like, oh, okay, there's somebody new in town.
Yeah, I'm a trader.
If I have the formula, can I just teach it to Opheia and she can like basically copy my formula?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and do.
I got the teaching.
With Mareigh to find some. I failed to find.
I'm just gonna say for this because it's not really like you're trying to teach a specific skill. I'm just gonna say you're able to.
I just need some parchment.
You can show it to Opheia, and Opheia can look at it and say, "Yes."
Imagine it'll just take some time to write it down for herself, but like.
And just
I've got it in my workbook.
I will say if despite the well-connected not necessarily panning out, there is at least one kind of village elder alchemist who does have some alchemical stuff, not the formulas themselves, but you see that they are selling basic alchemical items like some Ada's tomb, some base powder, clotting powder, and let's see.
You'll never guess whose sign I saw. It said alchemist on it.
Numbing herbs, some smelling salts, sterilizing fluid, basic stuff like that. So,
I assume those are going for the prices in the book.
Yeah.
Kilton.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody else will tell you this, but you were correct not to immediately pounce on the troll.
I know. Affirmations. I learned from the best, from Kaspar and Mareigh, who told me I was right before I acted. But I am glad to hear it from an expert.
Someone who actually matters.
Yeah, the village elder overhears you having this conversation. And she comes over and she says, "Yeah, you say that you met a troll? Is it you must have encountered Suja?"
Is that what the troll's name is?
Yeah.
I didn't catch its name, unfortunately.
Oh, Suja's such a lovely old fella. He lives out in the woods, and we don't see him too much, but we've come to an agreement. He usually keeps the more dangerous beasts away from the village, and, we send out some supplies and things for him and his wife.
Oh.
He does have a wife.
Let's hold up in the,
Yes, well...
Hold up.
What's that?
Does he hold up by this old toll booth by chance?
Yes, usually around that area. He patrols around the forests, and we've tried to deal with the witchers sometimes, but they just charge too much, and we found that Suja is an agreeable,
He's a witcher.
He keeps the community safer, the roads safer. There's less wolves on the roads these days, and it's just it's nice to be able to have more of a working agreement with someone instead of the witches. She kind of gives you kind of a scowl, Kaspar.
We didn't see any wolves, huh? Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but in our encounter, Suja was in an altered state, and not the alcohol-induced kind. He may be difficult to work with right now.
Something magically bad happened to him.
He's been subject to a magical derangement.
Even though we gave him candy and wine.
Elder, what is this elder's name? Did we get it?
Oh, my name is Ava.
Ava. Has anyone in your village complained of vivid nightmares and strange markings appearing on their arms?
We had one, a child, about 13, and she experienced what you're describing maybe a week ago or so. 10 day now, perhaps, and, we've been caring for her and keeping an eye on what psychological effects might be happening, but we fear that we might need to make the trip to Lan Exeter to get in touch with a more powerful mage.
Well,
I would recommend it.
It is a wise course of action. We are trying to uncover the reasoning behind the phenomenon, as we have also experienced it, and many people in Lanexeter have experienced it as well.
Well, that's very concerning. Well, we're likely to set out on a caravan to Lanexeter. We usually do an annual pilgrimage to sell things and get supplies, and we'll likely move our timetable up before spring, as we want to care for her as we can.
I would recommend going with before 6 months is out.
Oh, yes. Hopefully much sooner than that.
Soon as possible.
Not as soon as possible.
As soon as safe.
The troll that you were previously friends with. Seems that he's already killed an entire caravan.
Oh dear. That's terrible news.
Is there an alternate way that they could go that isn't the way that we came?
Well, there are some other routes, but
wolves.
The wolves have been problematic in years past. They've mostly migrated to other areas, but they were fierce for some time. Even our best hunters had trouble keeping them at bay.
How much could the town scurry together to kill a few wolves?
Well, the wolves come and go and are part of the ecosystem as well. We mostly just want them not, bothering our cattle or our other livestock or our, hunters and things like that. We'll pay a fair price for a wolf if they are causing problems, but...
Never mind. We should keep moving.
Wait a minute. I might have something. Let me pull something up really quick. I want to make sure I have everything I need on my person to do what I'm gonna suggest. Where is? Let me find the PDF for my spells. I think I just need stamina to cast this, but let me check.
You have a built-in focus now.
I might actually have... I do. Sorry, I've already forgotten the elder's name. Ava, we've only spoken very briefly, but it's pretty clear that you have a better understanding of nature and just the general ecosystem than the average person dwelling on this plane. If I told you I was a practicing druid, would that mean anything to you?
Well, yes, of course. We've heard of the druids and the powers of nature. I don't think we've ever had one in our town, but you're most welcome here.
How are the crops cultivating here?
Well, we don't focus too much on crops. Obviously, the climate here is not the best for it. We grow what we need, mostly tubers and things like that, and then we mostly survive off fish and the things that we're able to import from Lanexeter, usually twice annually. We get by. Maybe not the most bountiful, but...
I know a couple tricks that can double the harvest on a plant or two.
Oh, my.
Normally I don't charge for my services, but I'm flat broke right now. But actually, I could do one for free. It just will require a little bit of clotting powder to perform, but I could double the harvest of a potato plant for you.
Yes, that would be wonderful. We would most appreciate it.
Okay. I'm going to head out to the garden then and cast Sigil of Bounty. I am not actually going to use Clotting Powder on to cast the spell because I don't need to do that. I'm just going to pocket that. But I will cast Sigil of Bounty. I will use my staff as a focus. Yeah. This
Very nice.
will last for 1 year, it claims. And it will make this, it'll make whatever potato plant I've chosen double its produce.
Yeah, okay, what is this?
Too.
What does this spell look like?
I think it looks extremely mundane. I think it's a spell that you can hear, though. I think you can just hear just this sort of rumble underneath the earth,
Like forced rhubarb.
almost like a door creaking. Yeah, like a door creaking. If a door was made of granite, just sliding a little bit, you hear this little shake. But it's not a very. I think but it's not a very showy glowy particle effects type spell. You just have to it's just very discreet.
Amazing. You see the elder Ava as she, watches you. The spell itself may not seem the most flamboyant or elaborate, but she's been around long enough to know magic when she sees it. And you see her eyes go a little bit wider, and she goes, "Well, isn't that something? That's incredible. Thank you, Opheia." And she'll take your hand in hers. If you'd like, you could stay for the evening, or you're welcome at my place of residence. It may not be the most elaborate, but if you need a place to stay for the night.
I think we should take her up on that.
If you could fit my party with you, I'd hate to leave them out in the cold, even the Witcher.
Well, yes, we have a large sort of, covered barn manger area that you're more than welcome to set up. And it's with a fire, it's quite comfortable. It's got a couple of benches, and you should be at least more comfortable than out in the wilds another night.
You're too kind, Ava. But yeah, we can take. I'll
Take the evening. Yeah.
All right, so
Sure.
we rest.
Can I, Ava, tell me if this is too presumptuous, but I'm something of a scholar of unnatural phenomena, of magical phenomena. Would it be all right if I spoke with the child that experienced the dreams?
Mareigh, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Put 3 luck into this. Ugh.
Oh.
13. She seems hesitant. She,
I understand the hesitance.
yeah, she's like, I don't want to disturb Varga any more than is necessary. She's been under a lot of stress lately, and it's strange and different for her. I'd hate to bring in more strangers that's
Of course.
unknown.
I fully understand. Forget I said anything. Yeah, that's it. If she's not gonna bite, I'm not gonna press further.
I'm gonna press fervor.
Oh, okay.
We don't have time for this.
We have all night, Kaspar. Shut up.
Also, sorry, Ava. My friend Mareigh didn't mean to alarm you, but and then I kind of just look at her straight on, like, what's been showing up on, well, and I just show her my own arm.
Oh my. Are you all right, child?
I'm actually not, and neither was the troll that you've befriended. I hate to cause any discomfort, but I think something could be far worse in store for the child if we don't at least attempt to see if we can glean any information from this.
Oh dear.
Opheia, go ahead and give me a persuasion check with a +3, since you have a little bit of evidence backing up your claim, and 22, yeah. This seems to sway her a bit more. She sees that you all have the same markings, and the information that Suja has been attacking people instead of, his normal kind of maintaining the roads and stuff, has her a bit on edge, and she says,
well, all right, I suppose, but we should make it quick. It's getting late, and I don't want to keep Varga up too late. Come with me. I'll take you to her hut and see if her mother is willing to speak with you.
She leads you across the village to another small cottage hut. You see flickering within a nice warm glow of a fire, and when she knocks on the door, you see a kind of middle-aged woman, kind of braids down her sides, kind of well-worn, hardworking face, kind of pokes out. You get the smell of like a beet stew, like a borscht type stew. Kind of emanates from within the house. She goes,
yes, Ava, what is it? What can I do for you?
and Ava says,
these strangers, they're here to see Varga. They say they might be able to help. One of them is a witcher, and another seems to be magically inclined. The others are just there, I think. There's a man with them.
That's true.
He has a lot of
There.
swords.
Just standing there.
He sold old Eddie an axe earlier, and so I don't know, but they seem trustworthy at
Would
least.
old Eddie buy from a swindler? I don't think so. He's a
I don't know
smart
that
man.
Eddie's ever not bought from a swindler, but
Well, it's the first time for everything.
yes, the mother leads you inside the house, and you see she's not like ill, she's like you are. You see Varga, she is like a 12, 13-year-old, kind of has her hair tied up at medium length, and is sitting at the table, kind of looks like drawing with some charcoal, drawing pictures of what appear to be like wolves and people in the forest and hunters and presumably people from the village, kind of thing, stuff she knows. She looks up and says,
hello, who are you?
We're travelers passing through. We heard you had some scary dreams a couple weeks ago. I think we can.
They were very bad dreams some weeks ago. 10 days, I believe, I think now.
How are you feeling?
I do not feel any different, I do not think. I have this mark on my arm. It will not go away.
Do you have any questions you wanted to ask her, Opheia?
Yeah. Do you have trouble going to sleep ever since you got that marking?
I have had difficulties, yes. It's been hard, and when I do, I wake and I feel more tired than I did when I went to bed.
This is troubling. You said we had all night?
We do. I have an idea. Do you have any ideas?
Every night since I've gotten the marking, I've had a similar symptom. I'd really like to know what causes it. I don't really know if I have the heart to interrogate a child. I didn't really have the heart to almost give a kindly old woman a conniption earlier, but sometimes you have to do things you hate to get to the bottom of something.
We about to psychoanalyze a child?
No. I am going to pass on whatever information I've learned to resist having my mind be coerced, and hope maybe it's helpful somehow. Call it a gut instinct, I suppose.
Absolutely.
As a druid, you can only. I've only been taught to offer assistance, and sometimes, due to forces outside my control, it works out, and I benefit. But it's never direct, and I can't guarantee that it'll help. But it's what I'm supposed to do. I don't know if it's what we are supposed to do, but that's why I'm here. Do you have anything in mind?
Your answer was a lot more complex than mine. I was just going to try. I didn't know you were struggling with the lingering effects of the dream. I'm wondering if it's something my little trick can help with. For what it's worth, I didn't put it together that I was. Oh, she's so cute! Oh my god! Oh my god, she's so cute! Sorry.
No, that's good. For what it's worth, I wasn't really sure what was causing my affliction. I just thought my mind was fucked up. Sorry, language. But I would like to protect my mind if I can, and maybe figure out what's causing this. I think I just pieced it together watching what was happened to Suja earlier. I wasn't kidding when I said I was afraid that it could affect other people.
I did not doubt you for a second.
With the parents' permission, I think I'm just going to spend an hour offering advice for how to resist these impulses, and Mareigh, if you want to sit in and make sure I don't overstep any boundaries, that would be appreciated.
Yes.
Mechanically, this would just be me rolling my teaching skill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, assuming I get parental permission to hang out with their kid, that's what I'm gonna do.
Like
yes, they welcome you in. They give you all some beet borscht, which appears to be a simple meal. So you can mark that down as a bonus +1
meal.
for your. And yeah, go ahead and give us a teaching check. Will be fairly low. Is there a specific skill you're trying to teach, like resist coercion or? Resist coercion, or maybe resist magic. But resist magic is actually really hard to impart onto people. So,
it's kind of an innate thing, or get it beaten into you in Aretusa kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nice. 13. And then what's your resist coercion skill?
My resist coercion skill is it's a 0. I do have to do resist. I thought I only had to have a thing teaching.
That's fine. So you're teaching, and then the skill that you're teaching, it's like the average of the two. I think it's maybe it's just the. I think that's how it works. That's how I'm going to say it works tonight. And also, she's a child, so she doesn't have any points in that. So you're going to be able to teach her something.
If I'm sitting in, can I contribute to it?
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not good at teaching, but I am okay at resisting coercion.
Yeah, we'll say we'll add a +3 for your like helping action on that, So it'll be a 16. So, and that's definitely plenty to like help in parts. I mean, what you can in like an hour or two of like talking with her and kind of, walking her through how she can kind of resist this entity or presence.
So Mareigh didn't know that the malaise was lingering because she passed the initial stages. She didn't know that was an aspect of this phenomena that we've been subjected to. Can I roll, with that new context, can I roll magical training just to see if there's, maybe not necessarily a cure because like that'd be too easy, but a way, an additional way of like resisting or like delaying the derangement.
Right. Yeah, Opheia, how much are you telling Mareigh and the others about what you're experiencing?
I'll lay it out. Why not? I don't think I really understand it that well, but I'll lay out that it is an unpleasant feeling that happens when I go to bed at night, and I'll try to give whatever specifics I can if I get like probed on it.
Okay. Yeah,
But
go ahead and
Mareigh
give us
would know what to ask.
magical training check.
Nice. Magical training. Oh, goddamn.
19's pretty good. I mean, that's
good, but that's with a 2 on the dice.
it's only a D10, so you only have so many options. Yeah, so with the information that both Varga and Opheia impart as to kind of what this condition is like, you get the impression that this is some sort of curse or hex that is kind of a lingering effect. You would recognize this as essentially the nighttime hex, where if the person is kind of haunted by recurring bad dreams, and there are conditions to lift it. With a 19, what that is, and
Awesome. I was about to ask that.
Yeah, it is.
5 candles, 5 units of beast bones, and 1 unit of glowing ore. The night of the ceremony, the subject must arrange candles in a circle around them linked by the bones and place the glowing ore under their head. If the subject is able to sleep through the night, they'll be freed of the hex. That's doable. Where does one find glowing ore? I will pay Kaspar for his beast bones. Because I think I have candles.
500 crowns.
You're such a dick.
Okay, yeah, I think you'd be able to. The glowing ore would be hard to. Yeah, these bones and the candles are easy.
No,
they probably have plenty in this village.
I'm kidding.
It's a hunting village. The glowing ore might be a bit more of a challenge. At this point, the
witchers might help with.
Yes.
The family, puts Varga to bed after you kind of help her. She seems to fall asleep fairly well this evening, and you're able to return back to Ava's house and are able to kind of discuss, figure out what you might want to do, and then are able to get a good night's rest with that simple meal to give you a bit of a bonus to your athletics and body skills. You awaken the next morning well rested and ready to trek out.
I awaken well rested.
That's a good point. Actually, yes, give us a resist coercion check, Opheia, as you are attempting to fall asleep as you toss and turn in this manger.
How to break Opheia.
I still have some luck to burn. So
oh my gosh.
Luck. Yay.
Jesus
40.
Christ, I hate you.
You fall asleep like immediately. You have like the best night's sleep you've had since the comment.
This works.
You sleep really well.
This works narratively because now you know how that it can be lifted. But it is a hex. Varga's Curse of the Night Time.
All right. Are you continuing on to Kaer Seren today, or are you sticking in the village?
We will stick on. We will let Ava and Varga's parents know that this is possible. We'll just need to gather a specific ingredient to do it.
Okay. They will let you know that they will keep an eye out for merchants and traders with it, and also potentially send word to Lanexeter to send them some.
Excellent. Let's go. Let's go knock on some Witcher's doors.
Knock.
All right, it takes you another day, but by the evening of this day, you have made your way to the coast of the mountain ranges here in Kovir and Povis.
No.
You can hear in the distance the crashing of waves on the rocky shores. And as you round one last bend in the trail, you see perched on the cliff the form of the keep of Kaer Seren.
No, we made it.
All right.
We made it.
Now the hard part.
Now the hard part. Hopefully the letter made it to them in time.
I think Kaspar almost looks excited.
Yay.
I'm excited. This is awesome.
I want to go into that library.
There's at least one person here that likes you.
The one person on Earth that likes me.
Now there's two.
All right, as you round this corner and you see the fortress of Kaer Seren, the Griffin Witcher's ancient fortress, the freezing, biting wind seems to intensify and pick up a bit as you start heading towards the fortress in the early afternoon light. And that is where we will pick up next time.
Yay.
Yay.